The MG Show. The show is about to start. Buckle up, 'cause here we go!
What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show. Yes. Welcome, everybody, to the MG Show. GM from the MG. Shady Groove GM.
OG from the MG, bro.
Haha, whatever.
Whatever.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Well, that's good. You want to know how I am?
Yes.
I'm better than good.
Oh, we're better than good today.
Better than good today. You know why?
Why? I do know why.
Because I get to mock a bunch of idiots today on the show.
You mean we're going to have a nuclear war?
No,
that's what they're saying, Shady. They're all they're going like,
oh my God, Trump's going to get us into nuclear war, even though Iran and Israel is doing it, and Trump's just watching. But they're our hair's on fire.
Their hair's on fire. The ground troops are at the door, sir. The parade the other day, Jeff, that was really just like the deployment position. So everybody that was in D.C., all of the troops that were in D.C., according to all of the hair on fire Steve Bannon brainworm people out there, and the Tucker Carlson brainworm people,
kooky.
The very kooky brainworm people that are all of a sudden emulating
Tucker Carlson.
Joe Biden. Yes. Yeah. The troops were leaving D.C., Jeff, and they were headed to Iran. So it's ground troop. Memo. Donald Trump just declared that we have control over Iranian airspace.
So let's look at that. We now have complete and total control over the skies over Iran. Iran had good sky trackers and other defensive equipment, and plenty of it. But it simply doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. Nobody does it better than the good old USA, Shady Grove.
Boy, oh boy, don't you?
So wait, if we have control over the skies, they can't deliver a nuke to Israel, correct?
Yes, that would be correct. Yeah, and do you need a bunker buster to bust a bunker where you would launch a missile from the surface, or you just need to impede the missile launch facility site and then not really worry about what they're doing down in the bunker?
And Candace Owen is going to go back to looking at peepees for Macron's wife or whatever.
Yes, and that's probably her Entertainment Tonight style journalism is where it should be.
And I don't know, people didn't really understand this post that Trump made. Let's just go through it, Shady Groove. This is first. This is my post on it. Okay, first it's kooky Tucker Carlson. Now we have President Trump sending a clear message to Laura Loomer on X, sharing DDAR's 416's comment to Loomer asking to take screenshots of people shoot-talking the president. Quote, "Why must you be so tough? Individuals concerned is a genuine worry. It's not just idle gossip or backstabbing. It's genuine worry. Our nation has gone through hell and back in the last 4 years. We just want stability and peace. Perhaps this could alleviate the worry." She paired it with a video showcasing the strength of the U.S. Air Force, signaling a call for unity and stability. Do you think Laura Loomer can have stability? Let's just look at this is the post. So if you go to Trump Truth, you click on this, and this is what you see. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and show you that this is actually Donald J. Trump calling out Laura Loomer. Okay, take screenshots of every single right-winger who is shit-talking Trump right now. Post them under this post. I have most of them, but I don't want to miss any. And guess who else did all that? You had Roseanne Barr. You had all the Flinians doing the same thing. Even that one, Juanita Broderick. Hey, don't be bringing her into the shady groove.
Got to bring her up.
Yeah, all of these people are operators. So this essentially is Donald Trump calling out the Flintstone Network. Do we understand? Are we clear here?
It's crystal clear, Jeff.
Crystal clear.
Yes,
so let's continue with the video because we want to see the whole thing. Check it out. Iran has 551 total military aircraft. UAE 560. Algeria 605 military aircraft. Israel 612. 618 in Germany. Brazil 628. Greece 632. United Kingdom 664, right? Italy 800 total military aircraft. Saudi Arabia 914. North Korea, 951. France, 972 total military aircraft. Turkey, 1,069. Egypt, 1080. South Korea, 1,171. Pakistanians, 1,434. Japan, 1,459. India has 2,296 total military aircraft. China, 3,304. Russia, 4,211. But the U.S. has, wait for
how many?
it. Oh my God.
Hey now.
14,486 total military aircraft.
No wonder we're winners.
Wow.
Wow. Boy, what a statistic.
Wow. So hat tip to you, D-Dar and Sherry, FFT1776. Great video, great perspective. And that's, you just have to understand, this is, again, this is the post. Laura Loomer, okay? Why must you be so tough on individuals concerned? It's genuine worry. It's not just idle gossip, backstabbing. It's genuine worry, okay? People are genuinely worried. And there it is, okay? And then, I'm sure, nobody else has, oh, wait.
Oops.
MAGA went down faster than AOC at a Hamas blowbang.
What?
We had a good run, at least.
Huh?
Yeah, that's from Roseanne Barr on 6'5", saying that
I
we went down.
what she
and
said.
look at who is the girl. Okay, hey, real Donald Trump. Roseanne is my girl.
Uh-huh.
You see that?
Yep.
Are you guys noticing any patterns?
Network.
Oh my God, I'm not noticing any patterns.
No.
Oh my God.
That picture, we don't have that picture of Roger Stone like in a picture hanging on Joe Flynn's wall, do we? Well, we know it's there.
Nope, don't have it. But I have a picture of Roger Stone, Laura Loomer, and General Flynn together, not on a wall. How about that? Is that good? Is that good enough?
Oh,
Shay?
that's good. I'm just making the assertion that they are like family.
Yeah.
Okay. These people are like family. The Flynns and Roger Stone are like family. Alex Jones and Roger Stone are like family. The family that we're talking about is the one that means a higher loyalty. James Comey talked about it. He wrote a book about a higher loyalty. And the loyalty would also be beholden to General McChrystal and all of the people that got Flynn to where he got to. You have to realize. So what Donald Trump is doing right there with this post is signaling directly to the people that are out there doing nothing but creating chaos. That's what they are doing.
FKE says Loomer is not a female, and I said, "Don't care." Trump called it out. It doesn't matter. Male,
care.
female, whatever. Who cares?
You
Trump
can be called
just
out
called
no
the
matter what you.
Flintstone Network out. Okay.
It doesn't
When
matter.
when
if
is
it's male
Trump
or
going to
female.
call him out, Shady? When?
What? It's Jeff. Listen, the gender doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. And that's what I'm just saying to FKE. And you can have your own theories and thoughts on that. I don't
And
care.
also, I know that McCrone's wife is a dude, so don't start
All right.
that.
All right, Candace, thanks. All right, so this is Earl Matthews, Shady Groove. Breaking news. Thank you to DQ. Thank you so much for finding this today. She looks every day on ChatGPT to find out if Colonel Earl Matthews is going to be confirmed today. Today, June 17th. Happy June Q, Shady Groove.
Thank you so much. Happy Juneteenth to you too, sir, and all you beautiful people out there.
According to the Senate executive calendar, nominations, including Matthews' nomination, were set to begin consideration after morning business. Following that, the Senate is expected to schedule a cloture vote and to end debate. And finally, confirmation vote, likely in the later afternoon, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you very much. And look at this. This is it right here.
Wow.
Boom. Now, a lot of people are like, well, who's Colonel Earl Matthews again? Well, Colonel
Not this audience.
Colonel
This audience knows.
Colonel Earl Matthews is up for the top lawyer in the Pentagon, okay? The top lawyer at the DOD. He was also a whistleblower saying that Charlie Flynn slowed the January 6th response because he didn't like the optics or wanting to make sure that they got the violence against MAGA done, guys. Okay?
47 in the chat to show Jeff that you knew who Earl Matthews was. I think they knew, Jeff. I don't think there's any other audience, podcast or not, that's out there on Rumble or YouTube or all of the tubes, whatever they are, that even knows who Earl Matthews is. But watch the 40. I have a sneaking suspicion the 47s are going to start. Oh, look at that. Jeff, look. Say 47.
Oh, look at
boy,
all
oh, boy,
those.
oh, boy. The only red-pilled people on earth, they're right here. 47s are proving it.
Yeti says, who was Earl Matthews?
He did not say that.
He did. He did.
But he's messing with them.
He's messing with me. Man, I'm starting to notice a pattern, guys. I hope you are too. And I also got good news. I'm gonna. So Pepe Deluxe, just gonna say, give him a shout out, saying, come on, bring it on, let's go. Whoop, he wants to knock me out. That would be funny. The guy looks like a ragamuffin. What do you call them?
Ragdoll.
Yeah, and that would be elder abuse. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, no, you can't beat up a 70-year-old criminal.
Oh, yes, I can.
But
I won't.
Good. You shouldn't. I should say you shouldn't do that. You should respect your elders.
Yeah. So he proceeded to do 2 ad hominem attacks on me as well. Shady Grove, real quick. I'm just going to go through this.
I wanted for you to go through this. I
wanted to show people another way that the Flynn Network seeds narratives. Yesterday, after Pepe Deluxe was calling me childish names in a group DM, in FGGT, right? He figured that he would try to keep posting to win, them back. He posted this, quote, "I'm hearing Trump demanded to speak directly with the Iranian regime." Well, Pepe D is wrong. President Trump answers for himself. Don't let other people steer the narrative. Follow President Trump. So that's all I did. I just responded. Look, boom, fake news. Fake news alert. You see that? They're seeding a narrative. Trump says, I have not reached out to Iran for, quote, peace talks in any way, shape, or form. This is just more highly fabricated fake news. If they want to talk, they know how to reach me. They should have taken the deal when it was on the table. Would have saved a lot of lives, Shady.
Now look at that, guys. We're showing you something very critical. All of these DM rooms, there's thousands. They're in thousands of these DM rooms with all of these different people that we talk about here every day. And they're reiterating and they're generating and they think that they can control the people by generating fake narratives against us all the time and constantly doing it. And Jeff is showing you exactly what's happening right here.
Yep. And I showed a group of 250 people in it as well. So then this is how he answers me. I posted both. Don't ever pick a fight with me. Don't talk to me. You are division FAG. If you leave me alone, I'll do the same. Okay. Fine. Okay. And then I say, I texted him, you're a clown, LOL. Flynn is losing, and it's glorious. You don't know who I am and who I'm talking to. You don't know the people that who know You don't know that people know who you and your network are doing. Maybe you're too stupid not to realize it. Oh, one day I'm going to knock you out. Peppy D's going to knock me out. Come on, Shady, knock me out.
He's gonna knock you out.
Yeah. And then Peppy Deluxe doubles down with more language. Certainly does not sound like a Trump supporter to me. In other news, Trump finally calling out Flintstone Network. And I just showed you that the post that we just went over about Laura Loomer. And he goes, who I really am? You're passive-aggressive, P-U-S-S-Y. I'm going to repeat this. Don't talk to me. This is not how Trump supporters talk to each other. You don't have to repeat anything. It's been known for a long time, Pepe. Okay? All right? We've known this for a long time. But update. I went ahead and I messaged, the group member guy and saying that, I'll take the hit, bro. I'll take the hit. If you want me, I'll leave if you have to kick us both out. I will sacrifice myself in the group to get this guy out. So Pepe Deluxe, here he is. Who would you choose, Shady Groove? The one on the left, the one on the right.
I would use code POSO.
Yeah, code POSO. So that's who wants to knock me out right here. That guy. Okay. The guy like smokes weed like it's going out of style.
And that picture was like 5 years ago, so he's like, he's not holding up good.
Yeah, he's probably a lot.
Hey, authority.
Yeah. And then how it all started. This is how it all started. Okay. Fired by Trump, not in admin. Those are two facts. Why would you let the Kansas City in here to ruin a good atmosphere? You just made my point.
Wow. Look at that. We are like bait to these people.
Yeah. So he's been removed for ad hominem attacks like we've taken from the Flynn Network for years, Shady.
Yes, it's pushing 7 now, sir.
Yeah. So the group owner says, so I hop into the group for the first time today, and I see you using multiple ad hominem, that's what he meant to say, attacks on him when he did not use any on you. I warned you directly. When you came into my direct messages, do not use ad hominem in the group chat. Okay. And then it's nice to have someone have our back. I was cleared the other day. Do not attack and cause division in the group, including ad hominem. Matrix did nothing wrong. Only Pepe Deluxe attacked him multiple times. Thank you very much. And Shady, I just have to share that with you because it's nice that somebody finally has our back. And then this person that is a member of this group, the leader of the group, we've had issues, but I actually texted him and say, hey, look, this is for the cause. Let's go ahead. I'll unblock you. I'll unmute you. Shady had interactions with them as well, but he respected that. And I respected that of him as well. We don't all have to disagree, but if you disagree, show me with facts how you disagree. If you can't do that and only resort to name calling me an FAGGT on Father's Day is going to get me pissed, okay? Because you know what these are, Shady? Balls.
Oh, no, I was thinking, never mind. I was thinking you were completely talking about something else.
Yeah, right. But I'm telling you guys, this is what Donald Trump would do. This is what he did with Laura Loomer. Do you see what's happening, guys? You need to start calling them out. Don't be weak. Be strong, because these people are wrong all the time.
No, they're weak. That's the reason that they do this. That's the reason that they feign strength. They're pretending. It's fake. It's a show, and it's coming out now because it's all been to lay and wait. They have been in a lay and wait state. They are laying low. They're pretending like they're not what they really are. They are foxes in the hen house, so to speak, is the best analogy to put it. And right now they're all being activated because they're trying to spin what Donald Trump is doing into Donald Trump being the same as the warmongers of George W. Bush, the warmongers of Bill Clinton, the warmongers before them. All these people through the military-industrial complex, including Flynn and McChrystal, are warmongers. Lindsey Graham is a warmonger. Tucker Carlson pretends like he's not a warmonger.
Tucker. Let's call him what he's...
Tucker, but look at the way he's defending Iran. Tucker thinks that Iran is such a threat that they can initiate World War III. Guys, think about this logically. I have to say it. Think about this logically. Do you really think that a country that doesn't have any aircraft, doesn't really have a nuclear program, can't get any troops skirmished up, 600,000 at the most, 300,000 in reserves? What are they going to do? How are they going to generate World War III? Russia is not going to come to their defense. They can't come to their defense. They're already in a full-scale war over there. So that's one of the main arguments. Everything they're doing is trying to protect the clown network, Jeff. Everything they're doing, they're trying to protect. This clown network in Iran has been built and sustaining for over 120 years, guys, since before the Federal Reserve. You don't understand how old this stuff is. The Ayatollah and the Khomeini, all that stuff was set up there in the 70s that was built into place for the first 70 years before that to control the oil so that they could feed Germany oil, and also America could feed the Allies oil. The same people were feeding both sides the oil in both world wars, and they want to do it again. But Trump is currently stopping them, and all of them are acting like Trump is doing exactly what it is they want him to do, which he is not doing.
Yeah. And
it's crazy, guys.
It is
crazy. Crazy.
It's so crazy, guys. It's so crazily beautiful that finally somebody has our back on X. I appreciate that. And you know who you are if you're watching. And, you know, everybody's like, well, like he calling me the division names, right? I am not. He came at me twice, Shady. And he didn't like what I posted about Laura Loomer. And he didn't like what I posted about Colonel Earl Matthews.
Because they're all defending Stone.
Yeah.
They're
Stone
effectively defending Stone and Flynn. Right. Yeah. And Alex Jones. You'll see them do all three. Alex Jones, Roger Stone, General Flynn always get the benefit of the doubt. You get none.
Yep. Candle, $1. We got you. AppRat test. Is this website not working for rants for anyone else? You're using it on the app?
Oh, no. Don't use the app.
Don't.
Don't rant with the app, the application, guys. Go around the application. You can rant through the web browser. If you rant using the application, we lose 50% of what you're donating.
Yeah. Script Keeper, yes, that's the chat, but I was trying to keep it, hush hush. But yes, that is the chat. And it's great. I mean, it's a win, guys. Now, let's go into real business. Okay. So the real business is, we now have complete control of Iranian skies. Okay. Now, if you read this post, it doesn't mean that the U.S. is doing it. It says that it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. Nobody does it better than the good old USA. It doesn't mean that we're doing it. Do you understand?
We're not doing anything.
This doesn't mean that America is using their tech. We sold it to Israel, guys. Okay, you got to understand. Like even everybody's saying, "Oh, we're attacking Israel." No, or Iran. No, we're not. Israel is attacking Iran. Iran is attacking Israel. So basically, it's spy versus spy. Okay, guys? Yes. It's rogue military intel against rogue military intel to try to goad the American people and Donald J. Trump into World War III. And it's not going to happen. Why? Because, can I finish my statement real quick? Because really, what happened is, damn it, I lost my train of thought and I had a really good one. Okay, so who's in control of the military? They can only go so far, guys. These spy versus clowns, clowns versus clowns, spy versus spy can only go so far. They can shoot, weapons to each other back and to and fro, but Trump has control of the military. The military is now finally fully controlled. Shady.
Yes, that would be exactly right. What we're doing is we're seeing the measured response that needs to be seen. We're seeing what it is this dynamic between, what does Trump say 100,000 times? These people have been fighting for thousands of years. He's talking about all of it. He's talking about the Ukraine and Russia thing. He's talking about the Israel, the place where Palestine is, the place where Israel is the hotbed that has been contested for how long? Your whole lives you've been watching this stuff play out. How do you end it? How do you end it? What is a boogeyman state, guys? This is the thing that you have with Q that no one else has that's so very important. What is a boogeyman state? What do you know about Iran? If Iran, it cannot be both ways. This is very critical for your logic and your discernment to understand. You cannot have it both ways. You do not have a boogeyman state and a threat.
And Shady,
recognize that. You can't have both.
We just got confirmation on a couple of things just now.
Okay. Well, hang on just a second.
Unconditional surrender, 12:22 p.m., Shady. Look at that. That's what we want. We want Iran to do an unconditional surrender. You want to see the Q post, Shady?
Yep.
Who does Haberman follow, Roger Stone? Think public and private Twitter accounts. They all have them. These people are stupid. We have it all. Q. Haberman is connected to Stone, guys. Wow.
So you have to see the reason for Q, right? This is connected. Everything is connected. Everything Roger Stone is doing Look at the agreement. You're now seeing David Icke agree with the pro-Palestine people. You guys recognize that.
Yeah.
Everybody on the left, they're all congealing. You also have McChrystal. You also have Michael Flynn. You have Michael Flynn Jr. You have all of these people that are all going over there and saying that Donald Trump is pro-Israel. He's Israel first. What does that mean? What is their position? If they're against Donald Trump because he's Israel first, who are they pro? They're pro the opposition. They're pro Iran. They're pro boogeyman state. Get this through your head. You've got to understand this. They're pro boogeyman state. They are pro pretending that they are threatening you so that you continue to capitulate to their terms. If they lose their ability to negotiate with you, what else is left for them? How does Donald Trump eliminate the threat? He proves to the world that there isn't one. What did Q explain to you about North Korea? What did the post that we read to you on Friday explain to you about Iran? That it's a controlled boogeyman state. The threat is that the media continues to tell you that it's a threat, and all of the military industrial complex tells you it's a threat. If all of the intelligence agencies continue to tell you that it is a threat, how in the world can you possibly think that it is not a threat? And why do we sit here every day on this show and not be afraid of Iran and not be afraid of the threat? Because we read Q, because we understand it. They can't suck you into this trap, guys. That's why this is so crucial and so very important, and it has to be said.
So you know how we reread the Crumbs, right, Shady Groove?
Yes.
Okay. So
recently.
Yeah, recently. So this is a post right here at 5:31 a.m., just as he was pulling up into the White House. This is a tweet from 2020. Never gotten over the fact that Obama was able to send the $1.7 billion in cash into Iran, and nobody in Congress, the FBI, or Justice called for an investigation, okay? This is a Q proof, okay? Because the same words are in another post as well. We'll get to that. But this is, look at $1.7 billion in cash to transfer to Iran, 4 routes, 5 planes, 5/12/2018, okay? Reread Crumbs versus Iran regarding Iran, okay? And then I wanted to show you this too. This is interesting too because it also brings up this. Welcome to the shadow presidency of Barack Hussein Obama. And this is Karzai. Remember this shit?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we know.
And then I want to show you this too, because it was at 5:32, and it goes to this post right here. Cash to Iran. Okay, so it also goes to this one. Never gotten over the fact this was a post by President Donald Trump in 2020. Okay, this month later on, and nobody in Congress, FBI, Justice called for an investigation. Reread Crumbs. Did we reread the Crumbs here on the guys?
Literally Friday, we read
Friday.
them. And under with behind, like, wow, dude. I mean, like the stuff that we read, it was just crazy to see it all again and to understand and to get a refresher to recognize what we were given, Jeff. We were given such a gift. We were given a gift. We weren't given a Nostradamus. Oh, JFK Jr. No, you were given the time to organize and orient yourself. So whenever this moment came right now, you wouldn't be scared and confused. And still, we have pretty much everybody out there, other than the people that are following this show. And I'm not nobody else. I would compliment anybody else that was out there leading people in the way that we are trying to lead you through the truth. And by lead you, I don't mean lead you. I mean like talk to you every day about the different things that they're throwing at us and saying, take it apart logically. How do we do it? We're doing it together. You give us hints. We give you insight. We're working together here to do this. That, I feel like, is what Q was trying to generate. And I don't see anybody else out there doing it. Everybody else out there is just sitting there acting like General Flynn and Steve Bannon are the leaders of the Trump movement, and they are not.
And I'd like to also point out that even my own mom, who doesn't have the capacity really to watch the show anymore because, you know, she's getting older, but she's like, we're bombing Iran. I'm like, Mom, we are not bombing Iran. You need to be delicate, and you need to be, you know, understanding that Israel is bombing Iran, and it's really the military-industrial complex just playing the global game of risk, guys. That's what it is. And you know, the whole mainstream news is acting like we're attacking Iran, Shady. It's not the truth. We want a unconditional surrender. We wanted to make a deal. Trump wanted to make a deal. And he has been very clear, Shady Groove. He has been very clear that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, and yesterday, Jeff, he said that whenever we were playing that clip, he said it very clearly. I gave you 60 days. I gave you 60 days, and we're on the 61st day. And the thing that I picked up on was that the number 60, the 60th post in the Q drops was the post that talked about less than 10. Mm-hmm. And number 61 was the first Q drop. From then on, every post was signed by Q. It was the last post that didn't have Q signing off in that drop. So it's just very interesting that Donald Trump mentioned that specifically and coordinating with Iran, because Iran has got, because of what we did to North Korea during Trump's first administration, Iran is the only egg in the basket, okay? So if you're an animal, a fowl, a bird, and you got the only egg in your basket, what do? You protect it like it's everything. So all of the people that are quote unquote, like you said, pay attention to those that are the loudest. Now you have all of these people like Tucker Carlson and all of these people agreeing with the mainstream media that Donald Trump is dragging you into World War III when there's literally not one single shred of evidence or statement that has been made that indicates anything even close to that is happening.
That's right. That's right. So
it's crazy.
Let's go through this. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. You cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. 8/5/2024. We're going to go through some of these guys because this is what he campaigned on. This is why I voted for him. This is why. Yeah. One of the reasons, of course.
Well, yes, but isn't this interesting what you're seeing all of them say, Jeff? All these little comments like, this is not what I voted for. And I'm like looking at what's happening. I'm like, we're however many days in, I'm going to tell you what I honestly think. I don't disagree with him on anything. I still do not disagree with him. I don't disagree with him on any of his cabinet picks, any of his decisions, anything about tariffs, any of this stuff that he said in public, the illegal immigration. At this moment, I am still here. Not disagreeing with Donald Trump on a single thing that he has done. Nothing.
But the F network is.
With them, there's nothing he's done right so far.
Mm-hmm. That's right. All right. And even, what's his name? Fitton came out and said that Cash and Bongino, and I'm not a big Bongino fan. You all know how I felt about Bongino, but I think he's got a big, rude, great awakening. Shitty Guru. I think he does. All right. So you ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
They can't have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon. You cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. They can't have a nuclear.
They can't have a nuclear weapon. That was on 8/5/2024. Here's one on 8/8/2024. Let's see what he says.
With Iran. Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple.
Okay. Well, okay. So you knew that. They can't have a nuclear weapon. This was 8/15/2024.
Oh, we're going to be friendly, but they can't have a nuclear weapon. They can't have a nuclear weapon. And we were all set to make sure that they don't have a nuclear weapon, because once they do, it's a whole different world. It's a whole different negotiation.
All right. Okay. So then what about on 10/1/2024? Let's hear what he says.
I'm not looking to hurt them. I want them to be great. Let them be happy and good. But they can't have a nuclear weapon. And now they're very close to having one. And it's very dangerous for the world. Very dangerous for the world. I mean, the biggest problem today, in my opinion, the biggest risk is the nuclear weapons, the weaponry. It's so powerful today, and I'm not looking to hurt them.
He wants a deal. He wants a full, complete surrender. Here it is. This is 10/10/2024.
I want them to be a strong country. I just don't want them to have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple.
That's very simple. Here's 10/14/2024.
Dangerous to be talking about impacting
you don't want
nuclear facilities?
You can't let them have a nuclear weapon.
Dangerous to be talking about.
You can't let them have a nuclear weapon. How about on 10/16/2024?
You have to understand, I didn't want much. All I wanted is you can never have a nuclear weapon. I didn't want much. I wanted Iran to be very successful. I just don't want them to have a nuclear weapon.
Right.
Because that's the real threat. The real threat isn't global warming. The real threat is nuclear warming. Okay? You have to understand, I didn't.
It's true. All right, so now we got one on 10/20. This is all before the election, mind you guys, okay?
All I wanted was Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. I just wanted, that's all I wanted. Very simple, you can't have a nuclear weapon. All I wanted.
It's very simple. All right, this is 10/29/2024.
And I would have been very good to Iran. They had to have one thing, no nuclear weapons. You can't have nuclear weapon. Nuclear weapons are the greatest danger to our country going forward, to the world going forward. And
Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. This is 11/3/2024, just before the election.
Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Nuclear weapons are the greatest single threat to our country, but to the entire world. Iran.
Okay. This is 2/4/2025, Shady.
Next, sir, this is a national security presidential memorandum that seeks to impose maximum pressure on the government of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Many of these provisions are similar to actions that your administration took during your first administration. The basic idea here is to have every department and agency, or many departments and agencies in your government attempt to sanction and control Iranian activities, particularly relating to the Iranian nuclear program and the Iranian export of terrorism through support of various proxy groups abroad. And the intent here is to give you all of the possible tools to, I'd say, engage with the Iranian government to ensure that going forward they're less of a malign actor on the world stage.
So this is one that I'm torn about. Everybody wants me to sign it. I'll do that. It's very tough on Iran. It's what we had before. We would have never had the problem. You would have never had October 7th. We would have never had the problem had the election gone the different way, which it should have. But this one, I think, more than made up for it. I think we're doing things that it shows that more than made up for it, much more historic. The Iran situation, hopefully, I'm going to sign it, but hopefully we're not going to have to use it very much. We will see whether or not we can arrange or work out a deal with Iran and everybody can live together, and maybe that's possible and maybe it's not possible. So I'm signing this and I'm unhappy to do it, but I really have not so much choice because we have to be strong and firm, and I hope that it's not going to have to be used in any great measure at all. It'd be great if we could have a Middle East and maybe a world at total peace. Right now you don't have that. When I left, you had peace all over the world, and now you have the world is blowing up. As you know, Bibi is coming in to see me later. Others are coming in to see me. We'll see what we can do. But I'm signing this, and hopefully it will be a document which won't be very important, will hardly have to be used.
So what kind of deal would you be prepared to
Well,
make
we're going to
with
see. I mean, we're going to see. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. With me, it's very simple. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. We don't want to be tough on Iran. We don't want to be tough on anybody, but they just can't have a nuclear weapon.
Mr. President, are you going to engage in conversations with your counterpart in Iran?
I would.
Do you want to block the sale of Iranian oil to other nations?
Well, we have the right to do that, and that's what I did before, and they had no money. They wouldn't have had the money for Hamas or Hezbollah and anybody else. It could have been solved, this thing. It just, if things went the way they should have, this would have been over long ago, but it's not over.
Wow. Okay. Keep going. This is 2/10/2025.
Everyone thinks Israel, with our help or our approval, will go in and bomb the hell out of them. I would prefer that not happen. I'd much rather see a deal with Iran where we can do a deal, supervised, check it, inspect it, and then blow it up, or just make sure that there's no more nuclear. That we just
a better deal than the Obama nuclear deal.
Well, that was the dumbest deal. By the way, that would have expired by now. That was a road to a nuclear weapon. It was a short-term deal. You can't make a deal with just a few years on it. That deal would be expired by now. Think of it. And they would have a legal right to have a nuclear weapon. You cannot allow Iran, or just about anybody else, by the way, but especially Iran, because they are very militant. I mean, they're very, very militant. You can't allow them to have a nuclear weapon. But there's two ways of stopping them: with bombs or with a written piece of paper. And I'd much rather do a deal that's not going to hurt them. And I think they wanted to. I think that Iran is very concerned. I think that Iran is very frightened, to be honest with you, because their defense is pretty much gone. Maybe they're trying to get new defense as we speak, meaning air defense. But their defense is largely gone. They've had some very bad moments. The whole thing with the pagers was a disaster for them. The pagers, you know what I'm talking about. It was a horrible thing, but it was, it knocked out a lot of leadership like nobody's ever seen before. But I think Iran is very nervous. I think they're scared. I think Iran would love to make a deal, and I would love to make a deal with them without bombing them.
Wow. Okay. So that's that one. Yeah. Right. So this is.
I'm sorry to interrupt you right there, Jeff, but Scavino just posted at 12:41, and 12:41 post literally is explaining what we're talking about here, like the whole thing about Boogeyman State and everything.
end won't be for everyone.
All right, so we are back. Sorry about that. Well, our network is being attacked. Imagine that. President Donald Trump, unconditional surrender, okay? Unconditional surrender at 12:41 Shady Grove. Why don't we start back and just, it's almost like they're watching this show. Shady Grove, let's read the post. Let's start from the beginning.
All right, I'm going to start at the top. Thank you so much, guys, for all of the support for this broadcast out there. Like, you have more than you know was not just a catchphrase. Reminder, Iran is next. That post that Scavino just posted, that Donald Trump just posted, is irrelevant to Iran. And the current nut jobs out there in your media are telling you we're getting ready to attack Iran. The MG show is telling you that Iran is a boogeyman state, and we must deal with it by exposing that it's a boogeyman state. Iran is next. Marker, class sec 11 AP 2.2 installments, 250 billion, January 1 to June 1. No inspection at GZNR sites. No missile tech prevention. Load carrying ICBM. Think North Korea. Who controls the money? Who really controls the money? Why does the EU have a vested interest in this deal? Who receives the money? When the U.S. sends billions in aid and or climate and or etc., who or what entity audits tracks to confirm the intended recipients received it? Question mark. None. How does George Soros fund worldwide counter events? Who funds worldwide leftist events? The American taxpayer. Subsidize. Define nuclear standoff. Who benefits? How do you squeeze funds out of the U.S.? You keep a threat against us. Threat to humanity? Environment push? Think Paris Accord. Were we just talking about this, guys?
Yep.
Who audits, tracks, and funneled the money? Define a kickback. Define a slush fund. EPA, we read this to you during Premium on Friday. No oversight regarding Hussein. Why? How does the CIA fund non-sanctioned ops? Off the books?
Wow.
Reread the past drops. Will become relevant. Welcome, Mr. President. The U.S. will not agree to continue the Iran deal as it currently stands. You.
So just to go back in case you missed us, all right? This is a post just at 12:41 during our show. President Donald Trump, unconditional surrender, which also said a reread drops as well, his timestamp on True Social. And you got this one right here on True Social. Wow. Wow, guys. But everybody's reeing, Shady Groove. Everybody's reeing, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, buddy. They are reading. They're all worried about all kinds of stuff. They're worried about red shoes. And they're worried about being a patriot. And they're worried about all this other stuff that we've done whenever. Who in the world could have led you to here had you not followed Q?
Yep.
Man, oh, man. Everybody else took you right off the ship.
Let's continue. Iran has to get rid of the concept of a nuclear weapon. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. This is 4/14/25.
Iran wants to deal with us, but they don't know how. They really don't know how. We had a meeting with them on Saturday. We have another meeting scheduled next Saturday. I said, that's a long time. You know, that's a long time. So I think they might be tapping us along. But Iran has to get rid of the concept of a nuclear weapon. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. He can't have a nuclear weapon. Nobody can have. We can't have anybody having nuclear weapons, you know? We can't have nuclear weapons. And I think they're tapping us along because we're so used to dealing with stupid people in this country. And I had Iran perfect. You had no attacks. You would have never had October 7th in Israel, the attack by Hamas. Because Iran was broke. They were stone cold broke when I was president. And I don't want to do it. I want them to be a rich, great nation. The only thing is, one thing, simple. It's really simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon. And they got to go fast because they're fairly close to having one. And they're not going to have one. And if we have to do something very harsh, we'll do it. And I'm not doing it for us. I'm doing it for the world. And these are radicalized people, and they cannot have a nuclear weapon.
They cannot have a nuclear weapon. I mean, it's simple, all right? So here we go. This is 4/17/2025. I think what we're trying to show you is the POTUS has been very clear.
And they said the attack is what?
That you waved off an Israeli plan to attack Iranian nuclear facilities.
I wouldn't say waved off. I'm not in a rush to do it because I think that Iran has a chance to have a great country and to live happily without death. And I'd like to see that. That's my first option. If there's a second option, I think it would be very bad for Iran. And I think Iran is wanting to talk. I hope they're wanting to talk. It's going to be very good for them if they do. And I'd like to see Iran thrive in the future, do fantastically well. I know the Iranian people, they're incredible people. Always have been very smart, very energetic, very successful people. And I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt anybody. I really don't. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. It's, pretty simple. It's really simple. We're not looking to take their industry. We're not looking to take their land. All we're saying is you can't have a nuclear weapon.
All right. Okay. So that was 4/17. How about on 5/6/2025?
This is really crunch time. I would tell you for Iran and for their country, this is a very important time for Iran. This is the most important time in the history of Iran for Iran. And I hope they do what's right. I'd love to see a peace deal, a strong peace deal. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. But I would say that this is the single most important period in the history of Iran, which is a long history. And we want it to be a great country. Let it be a tremendously successful, rich country. They have everything you need. The people are incredible. They have vast amounts of oil and assets. We want it to be a successful country. We don't want to do anything that's going to get in the way of that, but they can't have a nuclear weapon. And if they choose to go a different route, it's going to be a very sad thing. And it's something we don't want to have to do, but we have no choice. They're not going to have a nuclear weapon. They're not going to have a nuclear weapon. Do you understand that? Okay. This is really...
Do we understand that yet, Shady?
Yeah, we do understand that.
Here's 5/13/2025.
But with that said, Iran can have a much brighter
guys.
future, but will never allow America and its allies to be threatened with terrorism or nuclear attack. The choice is theirs to make. We really want them to be a successful country. We want them to be a wonderful, safe, great country. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. This is an offer that will not last forever. The time is right now for them to choose. Right now, we don't have a lot of time to wait.
Wow. And then again, Shady Grove right here on 5/14/2025.
I want to make a deal with Iran. I want to do something if it's possible. But for that to happen, it must stop sponsoring terror, halt its bloody proxy wars, and permanently and verifiably cease its pursuit of nuclear weapons. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. I don't imagine there's anybody at this table or anybody in this room that would say they can. I'm strongly urging all nations to join us in fully and totally enforcing the sanctions that I just placed on Iran, and we also placed secondary sanctions, which are in certain ways even more devastating. Iran, as you know, had no money when I left office. They were broke. They had no money for Hamas. They had no money for Hezbollah. There was no attack. There was no thought of attack. There would have been no attack if I were president. I want to make...
Imagine that, Shady Grove. Again, and we're almost at the end of this, but look at this. This is 5/25/2025.
You probably read today the story about Iran has sort of agreed to the terms. They're not going to make, I call it in a friendly way, nuclear dust. We're not going to be making any nuclear dust in Iran. And we've been strong. I want them to succeed. I want them to end up being a great country, frankly, but they can't have a nuclear weapon. That's the only thing. It's very simple. It's not like I have to give you 30 pages worth of details. It's only one sentence. They can't have a nuclear weapon. And I think we're getting close to maybe doing a deal without having to do this. There's two steps. There's a very, very nice step, and there's a violent step. The violence like people haven't seen before. And I hope we're not going to have to do this. I don't want to do the second step. Some people do. Many people do. I don't want to do that step. So we'll see what happens. But we're in very serious negotiations with Iran for long-term peace. And if we do that, it'll be fantastic.
Right. Who controls Iran? CIA, Mossad, rogue intelligence agencies, Miss Seabear.
Yeah, I mean, we're having a couple people that are seemingly confused here. Like, I'm telling you that there's no threat. Like, I don't understand.
There's
like,
no threat.
The chat is, you're saying that they've got a dirty bomb. They've got a nuclear. No, they don't. Why is Donald, this is just like a couple of weeks ago. He's sitting there telling you they can't have a nuclear weapon. If they have a nuclear weapon, why would Trump be saying, oh, we got to look out for their nuclear weapons so they don't shoot them at us? That's not what he's saying. So the idea that Iran has a functional nuclear weapon is fake, phony, and false, guys. I'm sorry. I know you don't like being told that, but that is exactly what the case is. It's just like Donald Trump being on the Epstein list. If Donald Trump was on that island, they would have used it against him. If the clowns in Iran had nuclear weapons, they would have used them against you already.
Ding, 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 ding. And the U.S. is not involved in this war.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So here we got Sehan says, so glad we're back to Q Basics. These are the best shows. Love you guys. Stay strong against the beast system. You are all way better than them. Thank you so much. Ross Pierce says, here you go, guys. Great show as usual. Hetty Bardu says, my happy place with my peeps. $10 Rumble rant.
Happy place.
Agent Miami says, nobody is here at the MG show. We hear POTUS loud and clear. Thank you, Jeff and Shady. Comfy. Yeah, comfy. Plus, put C in the chat if you're comfy and if you're tracking along with the MG show here, Shady.
That's like four. I think that's 5 shows in a row where we've got a direct confirmation from what we're talking about through a Scavino or a Donald Trump timestamp during the broadcast. Particularly pointing at what we're talking about. Guys, listen. We know how the uranium
got another post.
Yep, and we know that they have uranium, but they don't have a functional nuclear weapon.
I missed this post. This was 40 minutes ago. We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. He is an easy target, but is safe there. We are not going to take him out. Kill. At least not for now. But we don't want missiles shot at civilians or American soldiers. Our patience is wearing thin. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And that was at 12:19, Shady Grove. Let's go look at 12:19. 1219, and that goes to this post right here. It's a reply to 1218 that says, plus, these stories will only hurt us if we keep pushing hard and get too much chatter out there. Push fake news, 4 a.m., MSM, pre-bad news, them, Q. Think sessions, public announcements regarding leaks. Expand your thinking outside of leaks. Journalism, ethics, and standards, Shady Grove. There's that darn plus again, guys.
Another plus. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I noticed that too. Wow. Well, that was a fast hour.
Whew. And we'll be right back after these beautiful boom messages.
Hello to all of you beautiful patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's a 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
There is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received the generous $500 donation from Spill Tea, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20%, and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble, and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at GiveSendGo/HelpMGShow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
To celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7, I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes, only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now.
Q-Waken is a streetwear brand and a community-driven project blending fashion, art, and digital assets. Built on the XRP ledger, it offers phygital products. Physical items like hoodies tied to NFTs, non-fungible tokens that grant rewards in QWK tokens. Our QWK token powers our d-commerce ecosystem, rewarding you for engaging, holding, and shopping in a decentralized way. Aiming to revolutionize streetwear with a focus on sustainability and community values, Q-Waken was founded in late 2021, and it's tied to the Great Awakening theme, promoting free thought and truth-seeking. Join us at qwaken.club and become active part of the Golden Age.
And just like I've told you for many, many years, you don't have to lie about things. You don't have to sensationalize them. You don't have to make anything up. You don't have to invent figures. The truth is bad enough. The truth's bad enough. And if you tell the truth, you have credibility. And credibility means people will listen to you. Credibility means things will be tended to. When you lie and people find out that you're lying, and it's easy, it is so easy to discover, then you have no credibility. You become a liar. You become somebody with no confidence factor. You become a rumor monger. You become a minion of the old, who was it? Who was it that was billed as the great deceiver? I wonder who that was. See, whenever you spread a rumor, whenever you tell a lie, whenever you stretch the truth or sensationalize something, and I don't care what the reason is that you do it, you become an ally of the great deceiver. Somebody called him Heinrich Himmler. Somebody else called him
General Flynn.
Lucifer. Somebody else called him Satan. You can call him anybody you want.
Kooky Tucker.
But listen to me very carefully. He's not anybody I want around me. His minions are not anybody that I want to know or be associated with or hear from. His minions and allies and supporters are not the people that I care about. You understand? You want to be on his side? Stay the hell away from me. Don't call me. Don't write me. Don't reference me. Don't email me. I don't want anything to do with you. If you're a spreader of rumors and lies and disinformation and sensationalization and all of this other bullshit. Do you hear me, sheeple? I don't know why it makes people so angry. You know, if all get off your butts and do the same research that I do, you would know the same things that I know, and you shouldn't be angry or jealous or upset. What you should be is thankful for having forewarning so that you can act upon it. But do you ever act upon anything? Have you ever? Will you ever? That's the question. That is the hinge upon which the door to the future operates. You don't know that. You don't give a damn, probably. Because to oil the hinge and make the door work and make it all better, you gotta get up off your ass and do something. Oh, heaven forbid you have to do that. Oh my goodness, you might even have to take some kind of personal risk. You might even get on somebody's list. Oh, people might even start to respect you because you cease to become worthless. But, who am I to dream like that? Come on, Bill. I mean, you're really getting away with yourself here, dreaming like that. Come on, Bill.
Shady.
Get real.
Get real, bro.
I'm just saying. Why can't
So Shady, that Truth is Bad Enough song, Bill Cooper, actually nails exactly what we've been saying in the whole first hour, Shady Group.
Yeah, it completely does. It completely encompasses what it is that we've been saying for a number of years now, Jeff. And, I'd like to just take a second to thank you, sir, and to thank all of this whole audience out there, the people that are here. There's a number of you that have been here a long time. And, it's coming around on a special day for me because it was the 22nd of June whenever I started broadcasting. And I decided to pick up a microphone and started doing the Q Lounge Live on my own. No Nobody told me to do anything. Nobody asked me to do anything. In all reality, I tried my dead level best to talk myself out of it. I went to every single person that I knew, and I told them that I was thinking about doing it, and tried to get them to talk me out of it, trying to allow my fear of doing that overwhelm me and not proceed. Okay, I'd like to explain to everybody that you can have everything that you want to have in your life, but wisdom is not intelligence. Wisdom is your ability to take action, okay? In your gut, the ability to take action. Once you've got the information, once you've utilized it, once you understand what's happened to you, you use your wisdom to take action. And I am so thankful because it has been 2018, June 22nd, 2018 was my first broadcast. And to all of you out there that were here, have been around me, us, this show, what we've done, what it became, I do not think that either Jeff or Shannon would have survived had Jeff and Shannon went their own way. We came together because we had a common goal. I met a person during this adventure that literally had the same exact intention of Bill Cooper that I felt like I had. And whenever I met him and we started to speak, it was like we were talking through a glass window directly to exactly what our own reflection would be. It was amazing. And so through that relationship and through the research, the years of muck and people and disgusting attributes and ad hominem attacks like Jeff just showed you here today in the first hour from Pepe Deluxe. He's one of the original people out there.
We the media.
We didn't do anything to these people. And I want to make that very clear because I've got like so many people out there that want to hate me and have me blocked and have done all these different things to you. Every bit of that has been done to me due to people lying about who I am and making ad hominem attacks on me, and not a damn one of them, none of them could stand up to my information. None of them could stand up to what we do here every day. The reason that I stand beside and behind and with this man right here on this show is because we are doing something in common. We are in agreement. We are only in disagreement during the things that are about our counseling.
Yeah.
Guys, we bicker and fight about like our interpersonal relationship, not about the facts. And that is the point here. We're bringing you facts. We're bringing you something that no one else will. I would like to thank everybody that has supported this show for the last 7 years. We spent the first 2 years not even monetized because they wouldn't let, then they took our monetization, then they took our YouTube, then they took our Patreon, then they took our PayPal, then they took another PayPal, then they took any ability we had to monetize whatsoever and shoved us over into the corner where we were on one broadcast called Red State Talk Radio. And you know what you guys did? You came over there and you joined us. Then we went to Telegram. You came over there and you joined us. Then we came back to Twitter. Then we came to Rumble. Then we've done all of this. We've done our best to build back what it was that we had, but we don't need what we had. What we need is what we have right now, which is all of you going in the direction where we can grow this platform. The MG Show, I want to tell you this, the MG Show can grow this platform because of what Bill Cooper just said. The truth is bad enough, Jeff.
It is.
We didn't need to lie. We didn't need to make stuff up. You want to call me whatever about Q, go ahead and call me that. You can only ad hominem attack me. You can't attack our information, Jeff. Why can they never attack our information? I love you, brother. I appreciate
I love you too.
Sir.
So, and you're the one that goaded me into this as well. I mean, you come on the Q Lounge Live and do your pacer dig. I'm like, no, you do it. And you're like, no, you got to do it. And you waited and waited. I'm like, all right, I'll come on. And you're the reason why I'm here, Shady Grove. I don't want to do this.
You might say that. Yes, sir.
So can I get good evening, Patriots, real quick from you? I think the audience would love to hear that. I want to hear it because I haven't heard it in so long. It'd be music to our ears, Shady.
Good evening, Patriots, and welcome to the Q Lounge Live. Hi, I'm Shady Groove, and this is the Q Lounge Live. It's Friday night.
I just got chills. Oh my God. I'd like to thank M. Bettis 1965. You guys are amazing. Another great show. And I'd also like to say hello to Miss Betty, who loves us from Grand Rivers, Kentucky, and says, you are awesome. Betty loves you from Grand Rivers, Kentucky. And I understand that she's a beautiful, youthful, 25 years old, and I love her. And thank you so much, Miss Betty. We love you so much. Fly Girl, thank you for that as well. Please give her a big hug from us because, again, that was a $50 Rumble Rant. We cannot do this without you. You are the reason why we're here. Thank you so much.
You're giving us this opportunity. I see it so much different. You know, it's we spend so much time trying to survive and the struggle to survive, and now I see it as the opportunity. You're handing us the opportunity to do this every day. People are like, oh, people are paying you. Yeah, we the people. I feel like it's we the people keeping us on the air. We're not supported by some sort of random sponsor or anything else. You know, they say this, they say that.
Shady,
supported by you.
So in my real life, I tell we're about ready to make a bunch of money on YouTube because we're like, oh my gosh, we just made $3,000 on YouTube, and we're like, oh my God, we can pay a bill, and my friends in my real life are like, oh my God, really? That's great. And then people over here are like, you're profiting off the movement. I'm like, I live in America. Okay. I don't know where you all live, but I live in America. And if let's say Shady Groove and myself, we're going to go to Donald Trump, I'm going to Mar-a-Lago.
Right.
And we're going to sit down and say, we got a business plan.
What's the plan?
The plan is we're going to do a broadcast. We're going to spend all this money on websites and shows and music, gear that we have here, mixing boards, and we're not going to charge a dime.
Wait a minute. Jeff?
Yeah.
Then how are you going to live? But all the other people that are coming out and doing broadcasts, they're not called a patriot. Patriot.
You mean X-22 doesn't get the same crap we do?
No, nobody cares what they do. Nobody cares what any of them do. And the matter of fact, people can just spin up broadcasts out of nothing, create a whole news network, and take random people and just put them on the air and act like that's a show that performs.
And those people weren't on Hillary Clinton's list that Q pointed to that were calling us patriots and we can change the narrative. Those people weren't on the list, for Twitter Files 16. I was. Those people weren't queued as many times as I was. Those people, it's really kind of crazy. But in my real life, if Shady and I went to Mar-a-Lago and said, here's our business plan and we make nothing, he would fire us immediately. We would have a big boot print on our butts sitting out in front, and the concierge would be delivering us our car.
We'd never get it. We'd never get a single time stamp that's relevant to our show.
No,
we wouldn't get one.
So thank you so much. So we got Philly Bud. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And what are you saying? Because they're coward shills and it's always resort to subterfuge, right? And he said, "Can I get a so
shiny?"
Oh, thank you so much. So because they're coward shills, is that they always resort to subterfuge and cannot have a big boy conversation. That's very true. Gifted a subscription. Thank you, 17 Patriots for Truth. G Brothers, you are the reason we're still here. Thank you so much. Mary, $17 Rumble Rant. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. No, I beg to differ. You're the best.
Don't argue with the audience.
No, I want to argue.
Just take your compliment, sir, and
I'm arguing. On. I'm arguing because I'm
pleasure.
So shiny.
Oh, it's all so shiny.
Wow. All right. So the reason why we understand what's happening here is because of Q. Like Shady said, they can call you whatever they want about Q. I don't care. When people don't understand something, they generally go against it. Okay. And that's ridicule and call you names. That's okay. Okay. Because we have been right so many times, guys. So many times. And we're always wrong. You guys are wearing red. You're wearing
red shoes and you got speeding tickets, I tell ya.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, I don't care if people call me names in regards to Q. That's fine. I reported on Q along with Shady Groove. We wanted to see if it was real or not. That's what we do. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then when Q's like, oh my God, oh my gosh, and we're answering the questions, we were like, holy moly, crazy. And so that's why we're here. So, but we're, we lost our PayPal, our Patreon, our Cash App, our Teespring. I mean, I can go on, our YouTube, our Spotify, we can't. Why? because we're right all the time, maybe? We're over the target? Do you think 7 years later these people could stop attacking us, Shady Group, or are we over the target?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it interesting that kind of the answer to your question is the reason why is because they've generated this optic that Q is some sort of extremist thing or associated with like anti-Semitism or associated with some sort of hatred or hate content. So that's what they've associated. But what's really interesting is that's the same exact thing that the General Flynn's of the world says. And then General Flynn in his court filings and stuff says that, well, Q is an extremist organization and they are the terrorists that tried to occupy the Capitol on January the 6th. Well, isn't that an interesting syncing up of narratives, considering that we can prove, it wasn't the QAnons that were there on January 6th. I didn't see a single person that followed Q with an earpiece. I didn't see a single person that followed Q dressed like a military guy. I didn't see a single person that followed Q carrying milk so that the Jake Langs of the world could tolerate being sprayed with pepper spray and still swing for the stars. None of that was happening. These were all the General Flynn, Roger Stone people. Now we got video of the Roger Stone saying, oh, look what I got coming. But I'm sure that it was the QAnon that did it.
Yeah. And, the one guy in the Q shirt is Tim Hart, who is a Flynnian with Brian Gamble. He was with Brian Gamble. And I have a feeling that was supposed to be me. But
he was literally a mod in our Telegram.
All these people. I was friends with Pepe. We were friends with Pepe Deluxe.
When we liked Flynn.
Yeah. No, we don't like him. No, he hates us.
But I could still be friends with someone just because we don't.
I don't have to agree with him.
But no, they can't be friends with us because we don't like Flynn. That gives it away.
Yeah, it does. Cram, thank you so much. God bless you both. I've loved seeing the progression through the years. Thank you so much. And it is a progression. It's a great awakening. Absolutely. And thank you for all the subscriptions that you've given over the times when I haven't been able to say thank you. So thank you, Mark. Shift in High says, absolutely bitching, bro. Dude,
man.
We love you, man. Thank you so much. That's a Shift into High. Thank you so much. So we got so much going on. I wanted to share this. Yeti watched some of this. I kind of watched some of it, Shady Groove. It's Jesse Waters last night. Basically, what's happening is the White House, cut his G7 short. Trump cut his G7 trip short and ordered an all-hands deck meeting in the Situation Room, okay? That doesn't mean that they're doing an attack. That means that they're monitoring the attack. Remember, we are not attacking Iran, okay? The USA is not doing any of this.
But Kooky said something else.
Kooky Tucker?
Kooky was saying
Kooky Tucker Carlson? Yeah. Who I've got pictures with the Manhattan Madam. Oh, so are you seeing the connections, guys? Yeah. Are we starting to notice patterns maybe a little bit here?
Let me real quick shout out to our boy, quote unquote, real AF patriot that was taking the picture of Tucker and Trump way back before the election together and acting like Tucker and Donald Trump are just playing games. Yeah, nice. There you go again, diminishing the attacks against Donald Trump and not acknowledging what these people are really doing and what an operator in the field really is. These people wouldn't know an operator in the field, Jeff, if it fell on their fat heads.
Well, let's look at it, Shady. So we were friends with all these people. I got pictures. In fact, Gamble was mad that I took all these pictures of these people
because and they keep seething about it.
Seethe more. So now you have Trump and Tucker being friends.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's calling him Kooky Tucker Carlson. You can't take it back. You can't walk that back.
No, you don't get to put Sloppy Steve back in the toothpaste tube.
Sloppy Steve in his Epstein interview.
Yeah, he didn't release that. He's over there bloviating about the relationship with Elon Musk, but he's not releasing that Epstein interview.
All right, so
good.
So here we go.
Having a good time, Jeff.
I'm having a great time.
Me too. I love to win.
Winning is all we do around champ.
Can't help it. We're sorry. We hope you're not annoyed by the winning.
I'm tired.
You're tired from so much of it.
From all this dang winning, I tell you. All right, so Israel wants Iran to pay the price. Israel wants Iran, and the warmongers, want Iran to pay the price. But Trump would rather have a deal than death. Do you understand? You guys all understand. I understand. And Jesse actually laid this out very well, Shady Groove.
All right, I didn't see this, so I'm going to critique if I don't like it.
And we will.
All right.
Fox News alert, Donald Trump leaving the G7 early and returning to Washington, where he's requesting the National Security Council be prepared in the Situation Room after a deadly weekend in the Middle East. In Israel, 24 fatalities, 600 wounded. The death count even higher in Iran, 224 dead and counting. Iran retaliating by firing over 370 missiles at the Jewish state, but Israel's hitting back harder. Overnight, Iranian missiles struck an Israeli oil refinery and a power grid. This morning, a state TV outlet in Tehran was bombed during a live broadcast.
آنچه که ملاحظه کردید، صدایی که شنیدید، فضای غبارآلوده استودیو
Tel Aviv is claiming full aerial superiority over Iranian airspace. They downed 2 Iranian fighter jets today after top Iranian military officials were taken out Friday. Israel says they've already destroyed a third of Iran's missile launchers, and nuclear sites are getting pummeled so badly that residents are being warned of radiation spillage. The IDF is warning that Iran will pay the price, and they've scheduled this campaign to last 2 weeks. Their plan is to degrade the Iranian nuclear program and destroy their ballistic missile stockpiles. The mullahs are getting battered, and they don't have the military capacity to trade endless missile strikes with Israel. They need a breather and are crossing their fingers that we don't provide the bunker busters that could eliminate their nuke sites deep underground. So they're begging Trump to come back to the negotiation table, hoping that the U.S. doesn't get involved militarily and that Netanyahu will take his finger off the trigger. Trump signaling that he'd prefer a deal over death.
Have you heard any signals or seen any messages from intermediaries that Iran wishes to de-escalate the conflict?
Yeah.
What have you heard? What have you heard from the Iranians?
They'd like to talk, but they should have done that before. I had 60 days, and they had 60 days, and on the 61st day, I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal, and it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war, and they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
Democrats call Trump the taco president, a.k.a. Trump always chickens out. But he gave the Iranians a deadline for a deal, and they missed the deadline. So he let Netanyahu go at him. Now Iran's begging for mercy. And they're not going to get a good of a deal now. The whole world witnessed that. That sends a strong message everywhere, even on trade. Now Iran's lost leverage. They're at their weakest point in decades. Israel's neutralized their proxies, Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and Assad in Syria. The Iranians don't have much of a navy. Their air force is ancient, and their army's sitting ducks if they cross the border on foot into Iraq. They can't project power. The only thing keeping the Ayatollah alive is his nuclear program. And he's clinging on to it so that he doesn't get Gaddafi. You remember Gaddafi gave up his nuclear program, and then Barack, Hillary, and the Europeans killed him anyway. Trump says it's very simple.
I want to see no nuclear weapon in Iran, and we're well on our way to making sure that happens.
America can't let Iran acquire a nuclear weapon, or any other country. Americans can't get blackmailed by rogue states. And stopping the spread of nuclear weapons has been American policy since Oppenheimer made one.
What about rogue
Trump originally put Netanyahu on ice and told him not to strike. But NBC reports Trump had a change of heart after the International Atomic Energy Agency said Iran was cheating. 47 didn't want to be the president on whose watch it was able to obtain a nuclear weapon. So the Pentagon started to quietly move resources to the region, deploying reconnaissance aircraft to conduct surveillance and provide intelligence to Israel. Moved anti-drone and anti-missile systems from Ukraine to the Middle East. a carrier strike group from the Pacific to the Eastern Mediterranean, and they're assisting Israel with refueling flights. We're helping Israel intercept Iranian strikes and defending American soldiers and assets in the region.
So you were closely coordinating with the U.S. throughout this process?
Look, we're fully coordinated, but understand that America, under President Trump, will make the decisions that are best for America. And that's the way it is. He understands that I, as the Prime Minister of Israel, the one and only Jewish state, must make the decisions that are important for the survival of my country, and he will do what is best for America. That is a relationship of mutual respect and mutual confidence.
Israel has its own agenda. They're looking out for their own interests. And sometimes those interests align with ours, and sometimes they don't. Israel isn't interested in talks with Iran. Netanyahu called the nuclear negotiations between Tehran and Washington fake. Trump disagrees. He'd rather negotiate a settlement than settle it with airstrikes. Israel wants regime change. Reports say Trump told Netanyahu no when they asked to assassinate Iran's Supreme Leader Khamenei. Officials say, have the Iranians killed an American yet? No. Until they do, we're not even talking about going after the political leadership. Bibi says Iran tried to kill Trump.
These people who chant death to America, try to assassinate President Trump twice. Do you want these people to have nuclear weapons and the means to deliver them to your cities? Of course not.
Yeah.
So we're defending ourselves, but we're also defending the world.
You just said Iran tried to assassinate President Trump twice. Do you have intel that the assassination attempts on President Trump were directly from Iran?
Through proxies, yes. Through their intel, yes. They want to kill him.
Whoa. Well, we know Iran tried to kill Trump, but we never knew Ruth and Crooks were Iranian proxies.
Now know the CIA is
Either
Iran.
Netanyahu just shared intelligence that hasn't been shared with the American people, or he's spinning. Remember, there's always propaganda when missiles are flying. And as critical as it is to prevent Iran from having a nuclear weapon, we've seen the risks of regime change. What comes next is the question. Iran's a theocracy. You can take out the Ayatollah, but there's still 30,000 radical clerics. You can't kill them all. So who takes over after a decapitation strike? Someone even more dangerous? Does the country disintegrate into militia infighting? Do insurgents take over the oil sector? Do jihadists pour in from all over the world and force Iranian refugees to pour out? And then who takes them? Israel doesn't have to manage that chaos. That'll fall to the United States. We've overthrown Iranian leaders before. We installed the Shah, and he was a great ally against the Soviets. He kept the oil flowing. But he was so unpopular, there was a revolution, and these fundamentalists took over. Their paramilitary groups laid siege to the region, and they started enriching uranium. It's who we're dealing with now. You never really know what happens after you topple a leader. You'd rather have ships sailing from Europe to the Indian Ocean without any trouble. So far, oil prices haven't spiked too much. Oil in the 60s, it's what's kept inflation at bay this year. Let's keep it that way. There's two key things to look for to tell you how this conflict's going to play out. If the Israelis start targeting Iranian oil refineries, that could tell you regime change could be next, because a domestic energy crisis will turn the streets against Iranian leadership. And also look for whether bunker busters will be used. Israel has them, but they don't go as deep as the American ones. And if the U.S. delivers them to Israel or uses them ourselves, that'll cripple the only card Iranians have left, and could lead to the Iranians lashing out wildly in a last-ditch effort to preserve their power. Or it could force them to sign a settlement where they swear off enrichment. Or the settlement opens up their country for inspections so invasive that it makes it almost impossible for the regime to retain legitimacy and hurts their ability to control their own population, which is their main goal. At that point, you could have a revolution, or anything could happen. This is a fast-moving story. Trump just posted on Truth Social, everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. This country elected President Trump because they trust him as commander-in-chief more than they trusted Joe Biden, and much more than they would have trusted Kamala Harris. One of the reasons he won the Republican primary in 2016 was because he called the Iraq war dumb. But Trump has also shown his willingness to take strong and decisive action to eliminate foreign threats. So far, the risks to American soldiers have been minimal, and we hope it stays that way. Because if we can achieve a peaceful solution to the Iranian issue, the rest of the president's Mideast agenda falls into place. The Abraham Accords, low energy prices, free shipping lanes, and an AI market that relies on U.S. tech. We can then finally pivot to Asia and back here to the homeland to confront more immediate challenges.
Wow. Okay, so Iran wasn't contacting him, so that wasn't, before Trump said that's fake news. But other than that, pretty good report, Shady. Any commentary from you on that?
Yeah, well, a couple
Fox
of
News
different
alert.
things. Number one, I'd like to say to everybody out there that's paying extra close attention to this, what an amazing job your president is doing, and thanks to everybody who actually got out and helped get Donald Trump elected, because now you're seeing some rationality, and now you're actually seeing some sanity. And you're seeing so much rationality, Jeff, and so much sanity that these people can't deal with that. I'm telling you, they cannot deal in common sense. I don't care if you're on the left or the right. None of these people have the ability to deal with common sense. They have to have conflated narrative or spin. Therefore, they can backfeed it with their little clickbait nonsense that they're doing. And I feel like everybody is kind of doing that around this issue. And all of the people that literally read the Q drops and understand what a boogeyman state is do not have any fear, guys. I mean, I would just like to know, like, are you guys afraid? Are you sitting there afraid right now? Because last night, what I was seeing from stem to stern, sir, was like everyone was like coming unglued with fear. And I'm like, man, wow, you people profess your Christianity a little bit less, maybe, because I don't have any fear. And even if I did think that there was going to be a nuclear war, if I knew there was going to be a nuke hit me like in my vicinity, I would still not let them make me fear it. You guys realize that. You have that power.
Bronwyn says, Fox is saying U.S. strikes on Iran are now on the table. Spin? Yes. Until we hear it from President Donald J. Trump or someone from his cabinet, it is, until then, spin. Yep. We showed you the truth that we think that they could have thought that it was because of, let's just go to the truth details. Let's go here. This is probably what they're spinning on right here. They're spinning on, they're spinning on this one. We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran. Iran had good sky trackers and other defensive equipment, and plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to the American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. Nobody does it better than the good old USA. Meaning, this American-made, conceived stuff, this equipment, defensive equipment, is all sold to Israel. Okay. It doesn't mean that the Americans are doing it. It means that it's American made. It means that it was American conceived, and it means that it was American manufactured, and nobody does it better than us. But it doesn't mean that we are doing anything.
Yeah, and in that little clip that Jesse played there of Bret Baier, if he'd let that play with Bret Baier like comes back around. Like Bret Baier is very determined to get the idea that Israel is bombing Iran as part of an American operation. These people want that optic. Get this through your heads. They want the optic that Americans are somehow responsible for bombing Iran.
Yeah, pretty interesting. And remember, America is in a defensive posture, okay? They are not in an offensive posture at this time.
Correct.
Okay.
As we should be. That is the position that your founding fathers took. That's by the way, Jeff, that's the same position we are at in Ukraine also. You guys noticing that there's no movement there? If Donald Trump is a puppet, why is he not sending the troops into Ukraine?
Yeah.
It's like you can't have it both ways. Donald Trump can't be a puppet of the globalists and not be a puppet of the globalists at the same time. And it's just very interesting to watch the way that these people decide that they're going to write their material, because one day they forget one thing and the next day they forget the other thing, and they keep bouncing back and forth, dude. I mean, I don't understand how people can't see through this nonsense.
I mean, again, your own friends and family are thinking the U.S. is attacking Iran. They are not.
And Fox News wants them to believe it also. So Fox News is generating that idea to them also. It's not just the left media. It's Fox News also.
Correct.
And Steve Bannon and Tucker Carlson.
And Kooky.
Kooky. Oh, man, I'm going to have to get Kooky Tucker or Kooky Carlson?
Kooky Tucker Carlson.
Kooky Tucker Carlson. Three
rhymes with
three.
spooky.
Kooky. Okay, I'm going to get this right before.
And spooky was actually a Q post.
And yes, it was. And it actually hit a timestamp the other day, and I thought that was weird.
It did. Before I get into this other post, I wanted to just show you, like, don't listen to what Fox News is going to spin, guys. Okay, Fox News is going to spin a lot of stuff, because that's Paul Ryan. Jesse is actually, I'm pretty proud of him, actually, because he's actually pushing the envelope.
He's pushing the envelope a little bit. You can tell that he's got the neocons in his ear, but he's not taking what they're saying. He's like leaving the intelligence realm, like kind of out here, and showing a little bit more of a robust view of what could be happening, not just giving us the intel line.
Yeah, exactly right. So before I move it, so here's what I want to do. This is from Alex Pfeiffer, okay? Alex Pfeiffer is Deputy Assistant to the President and Principal Deputy Communications Director. This is somebody that we would listen to. And he's only got 27.4 followers, yet the fake people on Twitter have millions. This is crazy, right?
Yeah, it is crazy.
You should be following this guy. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Because he's actually part of the Deputy Communications Director, okay?
So he's like part of the Trump administration?
Yes.
I should listen to him before I listen to the people that wish they were part of the administration, that turned down, like, what
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to go listen to the idiot that turned Donald Trump down, who offered him 10 positions, and not this guy.
So this was a post, yes. Aviva Krampus says, breaking, Israeli news says that the U.S. is attacking Iran. This is not true. American forces are maintaining their defensive posture, and that has not changed. We will defend American interests.
Jeff, you just said that.
What?
You just said that.
Said what?
What he just said.
Who?
That we would defend ourselves. We are not offensive. We are defensive.
That's right. We're in a
That's what you
defensive
said.
posture. That's exactly what
You're
Alex
agreeing
Pfeiffer
with
said.
the
That's why
president.
I said it.
Oh, man, I'm just telling you, the syncing up is just notable, dude.
Wow, this show is on track with the Trump administration. How convenient.
How odd.
Wow. It's almost like, all right, so we got this, Shady Rev. We got that. Okay. So now we've got another pesky little Q-proof, guys.
Those darn things keep popping up.
Those darn things. And this comes on the tail of the news that Mike Lindell got sued for defamation, and it was going to be a 60-some-odd million dollar payout, but Mike Lindell has to pay $2.5 million to Coomer, okay?
Eric Coomer. And
Eric Coomer for defamation.
This is the guy that Joe Altman came to you and said he infiltrated an Antifa meeting, and Coomer was in there saying that Donald Trump would never be president, and Mike Lindell goes and amplifies that on his network, and then Eric Coomer sues Mike Lindell for $62.5 million, and Mike Lindell loses to him and is deemed to have to pay a $2.5 million defamation lawsuit yesterday, and this news broke right after.
So did Q did say who owns the voting machines and all of that, but Q also told us more than likely how the election was rigged better than anything else, Shady Groove.
Yes, everything else was a bunch of BS to distract you from what Q had clearly said. And isn't it interesting, Jeff, too, like sitting here looking back, like what the conversations you and I had, the conversations the two of us had circa mid-November of 2020, like watching this stuff go on. We saw this stuff being put out by Sydney and Tory being associated, and all the whole Flynn network selling us this thing with Linwood. And we stopped and looked at each other and it's like, this has nothing to do with anything that Q explained. And look at all of this activation. And now look at here, like 4 years later, where we're at, bro.
We called PCAPs out. I would like to
immediately,
even though we have a Lindell code.
Mary Fanning is she's still over there in a huff and a pup.
All right, so this is a Q proof, okay, guys. This is a post by FBI Director Kash Patel, okay, on 6/16/2025. The FBI has located documents which detail alarming allegations relating to the 2020 U.S. election, including allegations of interference by the CCP, Shady Groove. I've immediately declassified the material. CCP equals China. Okay, guys, just in case. I have immediately declassified the material and turned the documents over to Chairman Grassley for further review. Say it isn't so. Q post 6/22/2020 4494. What happens if China successfully duplicates, clones, select ballots in battleground states? Is this about the virus or the election? Manipulated polls meant to legitimize rigged election results? The election was not rigged. All polls demonstrated Biden's clear lead across the country. Example, what happens if China successfully duplicates clones, select ballots, battleground states? What happens if coordination exists with select states to deliver printing and paper ballot recipes, secrets to select foreign adversaries? Nothing to lose. Logical thinking. Now, this will probably include Runbeck. Okay, guys? Q told us about Runbeck. That is the Arizona company that printed ballots for many states. Okay. Then you got this. This is 6/22/2020 at 7:16 a.m. President Trump says, rigged 2020 election. Millions of mail-in ballots will be printed by foreign countries and others. It will be the scandal of our times. Wow, and it's now coming to light. And then let's just look at this post, Q post 2479. What if the below could be proven? Let me just go get the 2479.
Okay.
What?
I just wanted you to get this set, and when you go back to your other screen, just a second.
What the hell's going on? What? 2479. Can I read that real quick?
Yes, sir.
2479. Here it is. All right, because I want to make you guys so you can read it legibly, okay? This is the map. Now, you noticed all of the big blue areas are in major blue cities, okay? We've noticed that, right? The percentage of undocumented immigrants. So Shady, remember the epiphany that we all had the other day?
Yes.
That it's the census guys, okay?
Yes.
All right, here's the undocumented immigrants. Look at this. Look at where they are. Look at where they are. And then look at where the vote was blue. Okay? Capiche? We got this so far, right?
Same. Correct.
Okay.
These things are the same.
So what if the below could be proven? 1, election plus Democrat Party officials filled out many thousands of blank ballots. 2, election plus Democrat Party officials removed and destroyed legal ballots. 3, election plus Democrat Party officials deliberately organized non-citizen voting. 4, election plus Democrat Party officials in XX locations across the U.S., which means that it's double digits, guys, under lock and key stored many thousands of blank ballots for purposes of altering the vote total. Who safeguards blank ballots? Who issues blank ballots? Who controls blank ballots? How many blank ballots are generated versus total country population? The control and issuance of blank ballots is key. Why did the same counties under dispute today refuse to turn over voter registration information upon request to the Voter Fraud Commission? Why was the Voter Fraud Commission disbanded and turned over to DHS? What vested authority does DHS have compared to the commission body? And it goes to this Washington Post article that says, without evidence, Trump and Sessions warn of voter fraud in Tuesday's elections. Okay. Enemy at the front door, Shady.
Really didn't say a lot about voting machines there, did it?
No.
What was it talking about? It was talking about the blank ballots.
Blank ballots, illegal aliens, getting seats, because of the census, 750,000 illegal alien votes would get you a seat, Shady Grove.
Make sure that everybody in the audience knows that. Make sure that everybody out here understands that your census, the configuration of your Congress, of the House of Representatives, is due to the population of the country. And every 700, I think it's 700 and some thousand people, generates a seat in Congress for that state. So instead of encourage moms to have children, as the state should, so that you could gain more seats in Congress. Oh, no. They encourage moms to get abortions. They make it impossible for you to live, but they encourage illegal immigration. And then states like Oregon, Washington, California, and a number of others, I think New Mexico, maybe even Las Vegas or Nevada, all count illegal immigrants as part of their population. Therefore, they get more seats in Congress. Therefore, they control more of their conversation. And over time, Q explained this extremely well and very specifically, that over time they will overrun you and they will own everything, and you won't have any control over anything because the states that are wielding an illegal immigrant vote can make them do whatever they want because they're dependent on the state giving them money. You're not dependent on the state. You're not beholden to the state. You have no allegiance to the state because you're an independent person. You don't really require, state assistance every month. Unfortunately, you're productive in society.
So in Shady, we were talking about this last night. Q Post 4963, Runbeck, Dominion, Secretary of State offices, investigators, researchers, whistleblowers, patriots in trusted positions. Trust yourself. You have seen the truth. Time to show the world. Focus. Focus. Ascension. Q.
Wow. That's crazy. So in the thing that you were showing right before we went into that about the election, was that was a post, right? You were showing the comments from Trump. Can you bring that back up with those two Q posts where you were? I because I think I saw something and wasn't sure, like before that, go back. Yeah, and before that. What was the date on this post right here? Nope, go forward.
This post?
Yeah, the date.
6/22.
Okay, and then go forward again. Okay, that's
11/11.
No, back one.
6/22.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to show. I didn't know if we made that clear to everybody that this is a Donald Trump post on 6/22/2020 talking about the rigged election. Do you see that 7/16? And then what is this post date?
Well, here it is. Because that right here, the Twitter Donald Trump status.
Oh, it's reading the post from it. Okay. That's
Yes.
what I needed to understand. I'm sorry.
Yep, no problem. So that Twitter link right there leads to this.
Yes. Okay. Now I apologize. I thought I was.
No problem. But you know what's also cool, Shady? FBI gives Congress intel on. But guess who posted it today, Shady?
Kash Patel.
No.
Oh, Trump posted Kash Patel. Yes.
At 10:31.
Mm-hmm. And
we are under attack. Q43. War. Q43. What the F is going on? Dig, patriots.
Is everybody screaming war at the top?
Yeah.
Of it? Is everybody losing their minds with fear right now?
Uh-huh.
Are you guys comfy or are you losing your minds with fear right now? This audience seems like they're out there sipping coffee. They're having breves in the audience, Jeff, and all these people in Steve Bannon's audience, they're like literally going at each other about who can hate Donald Trump the fastest.
Yeah. Yes, it was released to Grassley, George. Yes. Here it is. So FBI gives Congress intel on alleged Chinese plot to create fake mail-in ballots, just like Q told us about. Sorry, not sorry.
Not machines.
Look at this, Shady Groove. Q proof. POTUS, especially China, they are going to print millions of ballots on the exact same paper using the exact same machines. Are China and other foreign adversaries printing, cloning? And this is on 22 June. This is the same one, okay? Do you guys understand?
I think that the people out there that were screaming at us, Jeff, about it's 2020 or nothing and all of this nonsense that we heard from all these people, I don't think any of those people wanted us investigating 2020 whatsoever. I think that those are the people that were actually involved in the steal. I think it included Lynn Wood. I think it included Roger Stone.
Let's analyze what so Lynn Wood's famous tagline was "Fix 2020."
Yeah.
Yep. Didn't they do that? Did they fix 2020?
No.
They fixed it all right. They rigged it.
They fixed it.
They rigged it.
Like a fixer fixes something.
They rigged it.
They rigged it big.
Wow. What a show today, guys.
Dude, I can't believe what we have seen in this last 2 hours.
So here's what I do. I try to, like, every now and again, I try to, submit to Rumble, a show for the For You page, the editor's pick page. Okay. And I've been kind of shying away from giving them, Q shows. Do you think I should give them this show for the editor's pick, guys? I mean, let me know what you guys think.
I'm going to be neutral for a minute, but I'm going.
So 17 to give it to editor's pick and 47 not to.
Was this a show representative of what you think people would like to understand about what Q really means?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've been a little reluctant because, we've been, we're so gun shy because people don't know about Q and then they just attack it because of their stupidity and not knowing. And it's not, and I don't mean that in a negative way. If you don't know about a subject, you will attack it and criticize it. I get it.
Well, the immediate reaction to Q is they censor us.
Huh.
I mean, every time we talk about it, like we get censored. So yeah, we're a little bit sensitive because we get censored. Maybe if people like believed in America and realized that we're allowed to talk and say whatever the heck we want to say, whenever we want to say it, as long as we're not being violent, we can say that. But no, we get censored. It looks like the.
Yeah, it looks like it's no. Don't do it. 17 was no, right?
No, sir. No. 17 was yes, affirmative.
Wow.
You just tried to gaslight your audience.
I did.
Oh, wow.
No, I was gaslighting myself.
Well, yeah,
actually.
You did gaslight yourself and inadvertently fled over.
Wow, what a show today. So, guys, again, if you have qagg.news, okay, qag, like an aggregator, qag.news, go there and type Iran in and read all the posts, okay? Trump's timestamp today, multiple. Scavino's timestamp today says reread crumbs. Reread Iran crumbs. You need to reread what Q posted in regards to Iran. Can we do that today?
I think that they can do that, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm really going to depend on them to follow through. Yeah. Maybe they should get some coffee to do
I don't have any ads, so... Oh, wait. We do have one now. It just popped up. All right, so let's do the ad. Okay, guys? And we are funded by you, and sometimes these ads. But if you still haven't tried 1775 coffee, now is your shot. The 1775 coffee starter kit just dropped only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold, dark roast that hits harder than a CNN fact check, the smooth, medium roast, and vitality mushroom coffee for a clean, energy, and laser-focused no crash, guys. I'm telling you right now. All single origin, small batch, toxin-free, mold-free, plus you're also getting a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir your coffee and your mother-in-law's political opinions. A black 1775 tumbler because I don't take life advice or caffeine advice from a woke sea witch. That's $170 worth of coffee and gear for yours today, $99. This is just for the ones that have been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. It is, guys. Spoiler alert. It's worth it. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and get your coffee starter kit today before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something, just like the MG Show and Rumble does. Start your day with coffee that actually backs what you believe in. Simple.
Man, thank you so much for reading that, Jeff. I'm curious, is the woke sea witch Starbucks?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. That's what
Have you ever seen the back of a Starbucks logo?
I have. Yeah.
We'll save that for another day, guys.
Yeah. We'll let that marinate.
Yeah. Marinate. Marination.
Oh, what a fun day.
Wow, what a day, guys. So, again, let's watch with bated breath. Let's listen to President Trump and his administration, not these woke sea witches, Shaker, for lack of a better term.
What about these ad hominimers?
The ad hominimers.
The ad hominimers.
What did I just get from JD? Let's see. Ad for coffee is up.
Oh, ad for coffee is up.
Thank you, JD.
Jeff, you're in the past. Let's get to the future.
Oh, future proves past. All right, guys. What you are witnessing is the destruction of the old guard. Do not fear. We love you guys. Shady Group. Thank you, Yeti. Love you guys. Thank you for all of the Rumble rants. In fact, we're still accepting Rumble rants. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
Much love, everybody. See you on Hump Trump Day.
Hump Trump.
Not
what?
Trump Day.
Oh, my God. Trump Day.
See you tomorrow on Trump Day.
We do it live, guys.
That's a great ending.
You can't hear it because it's building, Yeti. www.mg.show. Boom.